ain't no hold'em. So lay your cards down, 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 down.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So, as you can tell by the title, it's the story time today. So, I'm going to let you in just a tad bit on the whole little nursing journey, because I'm supposed to have been a nurse. Like, this is supposed to be a thing of the past, and yeah, but life didn't go so quite the way that I expected or that I was planning it to. And yeah, other things just happened, and here I am. So I definitely got me some notes so I can stay on topic, because this story is very detailed, but I'm not going to go into all the details. I'm just going to give y'all a snippet of what happened and what transpired and how I caught that felony, and 2 felonies at that, and what I did to get through X, Y, and Z. So let's just start from the beginning, when I was being so dumb, like young and so stupid. It is so important to watch the company that you keep when you're trying to pursue something that's like a dream, that's like really big and everything, because one little mistake can mess you up for life. Thank God it was my first attempt. Well, that was my first charge, and the judge just really like gave me grace, okay? So I am very grateful for that. It's important to watch who you keep around you, because what everybody else is doing when you're pursuing something like nursing or trying to be a doctor or anything like in the medical field where you need a license and you have to go to school for it and stuff like that, your background has to be squeaky clean, like nothing on it. So I was hanging out with my girls and it's crazy because to this day I don't hang out with them at all. But I was kicking it with my girls. We was going to different cities and, you know, just hanging out, just being young adults, young girls, like we just hanging out. We here for a good time, not a long time, okay, basically. And hanging out with them is how I met my sperm donor, because he's nothing to me. Nothing to me or my child. And that's just how I met him, through them, because at first I was never going where they were going, and then I was just like, I hang out with y'all, and boom, I met him, and the rest is history. I was being so dumb and so naive, just so stupid, like basically just so stupid, riding around in my car with guns, riding around with dope in my car, like just doing the stupidest things, because when you're that young, you just don't even be thinking, child. You don't be thinking about the future. Like, I ain't had no kids. It was just me. I'm hanging out. So, met him, got pregnant. And when I got pregnant, that's when my life changed. Like, I was like, okay, you still doing that, and I got this baby. I gotta like figure it out. So, kicked him to the curb, and that was it. Even though he was making his money, but I was not on that lifestyle anymore. I didn't want to do that anymore because I had a baby. Like, I'm not finna be going to jail behind you. So we split up. That was it. So moving on. Well, first of all, I skipped a part. So how I got the felonies is the whole reason for the video. So before I even got pregnant, okay, I was dealing with someone and we were living together. I no longer liked him anymore, and we were still in this apartment together because we had to wait for that lease to be over. And when I said I was hanging out with my friends and I never went with them, and then that one time I did go with them and I met my baby daddy, well, I met my sperm donor, that's when things had got iffy, okay? So I still had a person at this apartment, and then I still had a person at this apartment, and I had the sperm donor. So me and the sperm donor, we rocking like tight, like I'm out, like child, you can be here by yourself. Bye. I was working at this facility where I had access to social security numbers, anything I wanted, I had access to it. So again, me being dumb, young, it's everybody out here making fast money, so bam, I got access. I got access to this stuff. So I get the access and I bring the stuff to my home where everything is in my name. And yeah, so the person who was at this apartment used some of the stuff that I had and got in trouble. So with everything being tied to me at this apartment, it all hit me. The person gave a statement about it, cooperated with the police about it, and just blamed everything on me. So I got hit with 2 counts of felonies. Grand theft, because of what he had did. I don't feel like really going into the whole story. So I got hit with grand theft, which is a felony, and then I got hit with identity theft, which is another felony. So I had 2 felonies on my name. All this going on, okay? So all this going on while I'm pregnant. I'm having to deal with the sperm donor. I'm having to deal with the other person. I'm having to deal with getting everything situated with that apartment, because now I don't want the apartment no more. I gotta move back home because stuff just hit the fan. Like, I'm really in trouble. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go to prison or what the heck is gonna happen. So I moved back home with my parents, and thank God for my parents, because I didn't have a job. I had got fired from the job that I was at, so I lost all income. I couldn't get a job at the moment because I was already charged with the 2 counts of, with the 2 felony accounts, so nobody was hiring me. Nobody that was worth being hired for, because the only thing I could get was like McDonald's and stuff like that, and I was not gonna go there. Not pregnant too, So, I couldn't get a job. Well, I could, but I didn't want to because it just wasn't gonna work. So my mama and my dad was just like, we'll pay for everything, we'll figure it out, we gonna get through this. Thank God for them, thank God for my family, because I didn't have to work. I got all the stuff that I needed for my child. And it was just by the grace of God that I had a village to help me through this situation. Okay, so now let me speed up the story. So now y'all know how I got the felony charges. I told y'all I got pregnant. Okay, so now I was charged, but now I'm going to court and everything. Oh my God, like, I would never do something to ever have to go through this situation again, because going through court calls, it was just a lot. It was a lot mentally. I had to face these people's family about why I stole their identity, because oh Lord, it was just a lot. It was a lot. And every name that I had in my possession, their family was in court. Me being pregnant, I'm looking at them and they like, we want the max. We don't care. I know, I understand she's pregnant, but we don't care. Like, they was pushing for me to go to prison, and I was like, oh my God, prison? What am I doing in prison? Oh my God. So I was just like really stressed out. I don't even understand how my baby even made it to the world, because I was stressing, arguing with people. Life was a black hole. I was real deal in depression mode. while pregnant. Trying to keep it all together, okay? So the judge, thank God, granted me, I had to be on probation. Yeah, I was on probation for 3 years. I was on probation for 3 years, and I was on house arrest. So I couldn't go nowhere. Even though I didn't have nothing, y'all. I had nothing, no car, nothing, no job, no money, nothing. I was just pregnant at my parents' house. That was it. I had nothing at all. Ground zero. This moment right here of me being charged and having to be on house arrest and can't go nowhere, can't do nothing, having to pay these people all this money back, didn't know where I was gonna get the money from. This broke me. When I had to go fill out that application to work at Dunkin' Donuts, I was like, I'm at the lowest point of my life right now. Like, what is going on? Like, where did I go wrong? So that's when I really had to like reevaluate myself, my life. Like, I had to get my stuff together, and I had to do it really fast. So them whole 3 years of while I was on probation, I worked at Dunkin' Donuts just to make sure I had money to pay the probation officer. You had to pay the probation officer. I don't know why, but whatever. And then I had to pay all the court costs. I had to pay the lawyer fees because I had to get the lawyer because he helped me so much. Oh my God. So I had to get the lawyer, the court costs, probation fees, and I think that's all I had to pay. So once I got off of probation and everything was done, then I had to find another lawyer who could expunge my record. Thank God for Cleopatra. Oh my God. Because if it wasn't for her, sealmyrecords.com. I don't know if that place is still around. I don't even know. But if it wasn't for her, I would not be where I am today if it was not for that lady. She expunged my record. So everything is gone. Like photos of me being arrested, all the articles that was out, because there was articles out, and I was like, I pray to God nobody never read this. It was a mess, y'all. It was a mess. I really couldn't believe this boy had like threw me under the bus like that. But anyway, so everything that had my name that was linked to this whole thing that was going on here in Tampa, Florida, it was expunged. Nothing can be found. No mug shots, no nothing. Everything is gone. Now, fast forward to today, okay? Even though all that stuff is expunged and nobody can find it on the internet, I can still not do certain things. So say if I wanted to go be a police officer or some type of law enforcement, that's a negative. I can never be nothing in the law enforcement, which is fine because I don't want to. The second thing is, even though it's expunged and nobody can find it, when I go sit for my license, I believe I still have to tell them. I don't know. I asked my cousin, he told me I should, even though it is expunged, and I've been reading different things. It really don't clarify like if I should say yes or no, but I think I'm gonna call them just to get clarification because I don't want to say no and then it says, and then I get rejected for my license or something. I don't know. So I just need more information on when you go fill out this paperwork for these licenses, what do you have to say? Because I'm willing to tell y'all what happened. I don't care because I've never gotten in trouble since then. But it's just the fact that the type of trouble that it is, it just makes me cringe because it just sits in the back of my mind that I know I didn't do anything from that point. So please do not play with my license like this because the path to even get to this point is real hard. And for me to go through all that schooling and then y'all not give me my license, I'm gonna be really, really heartbroken. But I'm not gonna think like that. I'm gonna think positive. I'm gonna make sure that I know what I need to say on the application or whatever you do when you fill it out, just to make sure I'm not gonna get dinged for nothing crazy, because I need them license, honey boo boo. At this point, no. Yeah, so, but once I had got all that stuff like expunged and everything, I had found me a little job at Macy's. That's my Macy's mug. I was working at the call center at Macy's, and girl, I just thought like that job was it for me. Like, I didn't need nursing, like, nope. And then I was like once I had got everything expunged, I had went back and tried to get in school again. But then I was like, child, I got this good job. It's just me and my baby. I done bought me a car. Child, I'm making good money. I got money in the bank. Like, I don't need to go to school for nursing. But then that's when I met my husband. Well, not met him, but my husband came back into my life. And he was like, that ain't no money. He made me feel real bad. He was like, that's no money. Like, you ain't making no money right now. Like, you still stay with your parents. That's why you feel like, yeah, you above, because you don't pay no bills. Like, but go out there and get you your own place. And I'm gonna tell you that that's not no money. Like, you need to go finish school and you need to go do what you need to do. So he is the reason why I was like, okay, sir, a little rudeness. Let me go get back in school. So here I am, back in school, back at it. But I did not go get right back in school as soon when he said it. I was like, I was fighting him like, no, like, I made nice money here. I'm not gonna go back to school. I don't feel like it. Like, no. Then I got pregnant with twins, and Lord behold, I was like, okay, now I need to go back and get in school. So here I am, y'all. Here I am. But I just want to make sure, like, all the young girls just know, even older people, like, if you in nursing school, you gotta watch the company that you keep. You gotta watch the things that you do. You gotta watch your attitude, because I used to have the worst attitude in the world. I probably still do. I'm really still working on it. But somebody could just say one little thing, and if I ain't like it, I'm popping off, like, just exploding. And you can't do that with a license. No. You gotta, like, think in your brain, okay, if I do this, this is the consequences, and then this could happen to my life. Like, you have to, like, really evaluate every situation that you do before you do it, before you take action. You have to, because these licenses, that's your livelihood. I can't jeopardize nothing that's gonna mess up my money, and that is on God, because the whole point of stressing yourself out to get through school is to have a life after school, to have a good life. And ain't nobody in this world worth but my kids me losing my license. My kids put shackles on me because I'm going. But anything else, I really gotta be like, child, that's not worth it. So I have cut myself away from a lot of people because I'm just not trying to be involved. Excuse me. You just gotta think before you do. Think before you take action, because your license are on the line. It's a privilege to have these licenses. And that's just that. That is just that. So, but yeah, that's to me. Yes, I did have 2 felonies under my name, but I no longer do. Period. I would never ever touch nobody, nothing that doesn't, if it don't belongs to me or my kids or my husband, because I got all his information. Period. If it ain't nobody in my household, I don't touch nobody's stuff. Nope, I don't want it. That it's not mine. No. Baby, you can drop a $100 bill. That's not mine. I don't know who that. I don't know. That's not my money. I do not play around, baby. When you can Google your name and it come up as a felony, no. That ain't for me. That ain't for me. So, but yeah, y'all, that is my little story. I ain't really going into all the details because it is crazy. I used to do some crazy things. Did some crazy things. But y'all get the gist of what I'm saying. But other than that, just watch the company who you keep and just think before you do. Just think before you do. But other than that, y'all, I'm out. So peace, and I will see y'all next time. Thank y'all very much for all the support. I love it. Love it. Love it. Peace.
Ain't no hold'em.